Give honor to God, to the pastor, to the young lady, to our very own, to everyone. Thank God for allowing us to be here. Just to let y'all know, I may be kind of unusual with the way I deliver the message, but you all may be seated. We thank God for another opportunity to be here. Thank God once again for allowing us to be here, safe and sound. Not because of how good we are, how good we were, or how good we thought we were, but because of His grace and mercy have allowed us to be here one more again. One more again. God has blessed us, allowed us to be here one more time. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now, God. Thank you, Lord, for your awesomeness, God. We come to you right now, God. We acknowledge your presence on today, God. God, we thank you, Lord, for everything that you've done, everything that you're going to do, but more importantly, everything that you are, God. You are our faithful God. You are a commendable God. We love you and we trust you, God. God, we thank you, Lord, for giving us another chance, God. Not because of how good we are, how pretty we are, God, but God, because your grace and mercy have allowed us to make it here one more time, God. God, help us, God, to accept what you tell us, God. God, help us, God, to have the, first of all, God, we acknowledge, God, that you have control of this service on today, God. You have control of the message right now, God. Let me move out the way, God, and you be seen, God, through the message right now, God. In the name of Jesus, help your people, God, to hear, God, and apply to their lives right now. And we bind every distraction, we bind every boom track that the devil may try to put forth right now. In the name of Jesus, and we declare healing right now. In the name of Jesus, from the crown of the head to the sole of their feet right now. In the name of Jesus, we thank you for deliverance right now, God. Lord, we thank you for salvation right now, God. Those that may not be saved, those that may not know their rights right now, those that may not know you right now, even in the, not just in the midst of sin, but in the midst of their trouble right now, God. Reveal yourself right now. In the name of Jesus, we give you the glory, we give you the honor and the praise. In Jesus' name we pray. We say amen, amen, amen. We're going to turn to John, the 7th chapter. St. John, the 2nd chapter. St. John, the 2nd chapter. And we're going to start at the first verse. St. John, the 2nd chapter, and the first verse. Those that have, say, I have it. Those that don't have, say, hold on. All right. Very familiar story. Some people may not know the chapter or the verse, but they have heard the story. But there's some things that God showed me that I'm going to pull out and present to you. Once again, St. John, the 2nd chapter. We're going to start at the first verse. Everyone have it? I'm going to read from the New King James Version. And it reads like this. It says, on the 3rd day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Now both Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding. And when they ran out of wine, the mother of Jesus said to him, they have no wine. Jesus said to her, woman, what does your concern have to do with me? My hour hath not yet come. And, 5th verse, his mother said to the servant, whatever he says to you, do it. At this wedding, we see Jesus in three different roles. We see him as a guest, we see him as a son, and we also see him as a host. As a guest, Jesus went to a wedding. And this on the sideboard. Jesus had a social life. Yet, he did not sin. He went with his mother and some of the disciples. There came a problem. They ran out of wine. Now, back in the day, during Bible time, the wine was not like it is now. The wine back then was diluted, and it was actually heavier than the polluted water that was during that time. So, just to let you all know, different wine from back then to now. And it was the groom's responsibility for the food and the drink. For if he ran out, it would not only bring an embarrassment, but also it would also bring a fine. Now, as a son, Jesus' mother, Mary, tells Jesus that they ran out of wine. When Jesus replied, "Woman, what did that have to do with me?" He was not being a smart mouth. Mother or woman was a polite gesture, just like we say the word ma'am during that time. He was standing there. He was stating that it was not time to reveal who he was in that public setting. Mary then said to the servant, "Whatever he says to do, do it." As the host, Jesus then tells the servants to get the 6 water pots, fill them up. Then Jesus turned the water into wine, which actually was better than the wine that they ran out of. Only the very few knew what Jesus did. That was Jesus' first miracle or sign that was recorded. But we're going to go get our message from the 5th verse. After Jesus asked, "What does that have to do with me?" Mary told the servants, "Obey whatever orders that Jesus gives you." Remember, Jesus had not performed any miracles or signs, but Mary looked beyond what was said and beyond the situation and gave the problem over to Jesus. Mary gave us an example of what to do in every problem and situation in our life. Give it to Jesus. Which leads to my message. Today's topic, taking out the trash. Taking out the trash. Or you can say the subtopic, that ain't my problem no more. See, as a trashman, you have to cover yourself up. Because you're not dealing with trash that can be food, but also it can be hazardous material within the trash can. That's right. But we're going to do just like what was stated. We're going to take out the trash. And I put the trash can right there. And while the message is going on, it's on the sidebar. While the message is going forward, you are welcome to write down whatever problem that you have on a piece of paper. Name on it. Right. Put it in the trash can. Yes. God does not want you to fix or handle your problem anymore. He doesn't even want you, he don't even want your help. Right. He wants you to hand everything over to him. Listen, God does not want to share custody or joint custody with your problems. He does not want you to share joint custody with your problems. He wants sole custody of your problems and situations. Yes. See, whatever is in your possession, you're responsible for it. Right. And just like for those who have children, you know your children at school and they on the way home and you fixing dinner for you and your children. But then all of a sudden, unannounced, your child come home with a friend. Now when that friend comes and it's dinner time, you're feeding your child, but do you feed your child's friend? Yes. It's called hospitality. Now you may deal with the child later on and say, next time you tell me that somebody's going to come over or you're going to bring somebody. But subconsciously, even if it's not announced, what you do, you take care of the child that's in your possession. So if we do that in the natural, think about what we do with our problems in the spirit. We do the same thing. So now God wants us to understand that that problem is not our responsibility. You will not let that child starve. You're going to feed it. But 1 Peter 5 and 7 from the Amplified tells us, casting the whole of your cares, all your anxieties, all your worries, all your concerns, once and for all, upon him. For he cares for you affectionately and cares about you watchfully. That means casting your cares simply means casting means to throw or get rid of immediately. It is garbage. But it's not just a physical act. It is a mental and emotional act. That's the reason why you can tell if someone gets a divorce, the divorce doesn't happen on paper. No. The divorce happens within your spirit and mind. So in other words, you have to willfully reject that person. So just like how you reject that person, you reject the situation that you held on to for so long. You have to detach yourself from your problem. Like I said, just like dumping out the trash inside the trash can. Now that's good when you put the trash inside the trash can. That's a good thing. But it does no good if you don't move the trash bin from your property and put it in the sidewalk. As long as you have the trash bin on the side of the house, it's still your responsibility. And sometimes, because the trash is by your house, sometimes when you're looking for something subconsciously, you're going to tell yourself to look in the trash can. And sometimes you don't look, you're looking for something, but you discover something that you weren't looking for, and you get in the trash can and pull it out. And it's waste. Also, I found this out. When you put trash in the trash can, or whatever you put inside the trash can, that's not supposed to be your property any longer. Whatever city that you live in, that's the property that it belongs to, because it's in that whatever city that you're in, it's their property. That trash can is their property. But as long as the trash can is on your premises, you're responsible for it. So you don't want to have somebody else's possession on your property because you're responsible for it. So understand, it will do you no good if you put the trash outside the house but never remove the trash bin from your house and put it on the sidewalk. Leaving it on the side of the house is sharing custody or joint custody with God with your problems. So understand, when you put it on the sidewalk, Even though you may cut the grass that's in front of your house, that's on the sidewalk. But anything on the sidewalk is no longer in your property. Somebody, your enemy, can walk beside your house. As long as they buy your house, they're trespassing.
That's right.
But if they're on the side of the house, if they're on the sidewalk,
That's right.
and they can be inches away from your grass, they're not trespassing. That belongs to a city. So understand, God wants you to remove that trash bin and put it on the sidewalk so that way he can collect it. But he does not want you to leave it and go back to it. So understand, when you put it in God's property, leave it there. You have to make up in your mind that you are tired and sick and tired of dealing with whatever problem you have. Realize that you can't handle it, and it ain't your responsibility to handle it. But you have to have a made-up mind. And those that have a made-up mind are some of the ones that are here, that are real good in voicing their mind. Women. You make a woman mad, she will fuss at you. I'm not going to call any names, but there are some that will tell up on themselves. But I'm not going to even point. But I love her confession. But when a woman is mad, you will hear it in your house, in the house next to you, in the house next to you, maybe in the street next to you. But there's a point that they get on overdrive and they cut off communication. They have a made-up mind, and it would take God himself to change their mind. I don't care what you do. I don't care how many flowers you bring. I don't care how big that diamond ring is. They will accept that diamond ring, but still keep that attitude. If you can't say amen, say out. But it's true, and let's be transparent. And that doesn't mean you ain't saved. But it pertains to our emotions. But just like that woman with a made-up mind that will not communicate, how you doing? Fine. Everything all right? The one-word answers are the ones that you gotta watch. How was it? It's good. And you watch your tongue that's going on their cheek. And then the man automatically think, okay, what did I do? What did I say? Okay, I made home on time. Okay, then you got to think about what you did weeks ago. Because sometimes women ain't going to talk about what you did the day before or that day. They ain't going to live that. They ain't going to think about it. Sometimes after your presence, that's when they begin to start thinking about stuff. Wait a minute, he did say that, guys, and forgot. But even, like I said, it would take God himself to change. I don't care what you do. And to be honest with you, sometimes the more men talk, the more trouble they get into. They shut your mouth, pray, church, and sometimes just say, baby, whatever's going on, I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta get cool with it, baby, whatever you did, I'm sorry. But that made-up mind will not be changed. So the same way that she had that made-up mind and committed to that attitude, that's the same attitude we must have when it pertains to the problems and situations that we're going on in our life. Amen. We got to reject it once and for all. But see, the thing is, a lot of times, the problem, because we're not giving it to God, we look at things in the natural. We don't look at it in the spiritual. Most, like I said, even though they may be Christian, but some are carnal.
Right. Right.
Some are still under the same mindset that they were before they got saved or they lived.
Amen.
The Bible tells us, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the word transform does not mean something hard. It means it's a process. It's called, it's a Greek Hebrew word that's same as a transformation. It's a Greek word, transformation, transform. And it has nothing to do with time.
No, it doesn't.
That's why if somebody tell you what time heals wounds, time does not heal wounds. It's what you do in that time. That's what makes things happen where you become healed or whole.
Right.
But the Bible tells us, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. In other words, understanding that, like I said, we as Christians, we as people, human beings, are the only creatures that God created to live in two different worlds at the same time.
That's right.
We are physical beings. Right now we're in Dallas, being true believers, and those that watching on video, that wherever places they're at, that's in the natural. But we are spirit beings. No animal, no species, not even the things that men create have a spirit. God has issued us as human beings spirits. His spirit. In Genesis, when God breathed the breath of life within us, we became a living soul. So knowing there's a natural and a spiritual. But this is not our home. We just been dispatched here on earth. And if we accept Jesus Christ as our Savior, we will be going back home to be with Him.
Right.
But this is not our permanent state.
No.
So we have to allow Him, His Spirit, to help us to function in this natural world.
Right.
I thought about a scuba diver. Those that know about scuba divers, they are on a boat. And then they throw themselves off the boat and go underwater. They are functioning. They operate. Some are taking pictures. Some are even looking at the other creatures. And many creatures in the water more than out of the water.
That's right.
There are colorful plants. There are colorful creatures.
Right.
But that's not his habitat.
Right.
He's receiving air from the boat, from the ship. But he's there under the water temporarily to help him to function while he's on his assignment underwater.
Right.
And when his assignment is up, he comes out of the water and takes the oxygen off.
Right.
So understand that that's not his permanent home. So understanding if that's not his permanent home, that's the same way we must look at it. As human beings, we're just here temporarily.
Right.
But we will be going home to be with God. So that even let us know that there's a difference, because if that guy take off that mask, it will kill him, it will drown him, because that's not his habitat. And even if I may say a little sidebar, even thinking about that, it makes us careful on who we date or marry.
Right.
Because there are some people that don't have the same habitat as we do.
That's right.
Marrying somebody that's not in your same habitat is like having a fish to marry a bird. And if they get married, where they gonna live? See, the fish lives under the water, but the bird lives over the water. So if the fish try to live with the bird in a nest, he gonna die. But if the bird try to move in with the fish, he gonna drown. So on the sideboard, we just gotta be careful of who we take. And for those who have made a choice and you repented over it, remember this: the message, take out the trash. But that's on the sideboard. So understanding the same way we must look at pertaining to us as human beings. God has put His Spirit within us, and we're supposed to be listening. God is dispatching information to us, and we need to listen. We have to discern. We have to take orders from God, because when we look at it in the natural, the natural, it will please our natural man, our carnal thinking. But also it will conflict within the spirit. Oftentimes when you see things that are natural, you try to do it upon yourself. And when you try to do it upon yourself, you don't rely upon God. You rely upon your own ability. But when you look at it in the spirit, you understand it's not your responsibility, it's God's all the way. So understand, the devil will try to deal with us and try to make us look at things from a carnal sense. Amen. That's the reason why he tried to deal with us in our dreams. Yes. Amen. Sometimes in our dreams, sometimes we can be at church, praise the Lord and everything. Those that know me, I love going to church, I love worship, I love praising God. But that's when you're up, when you're conscious. But when you sleep, even some that may even go to bed with the TV on. Some may even go to bed with certain music on. That's the time the devil will try to deal with and mess with your mind. Right? Yes. Because a lot of times when we dream, what we dream about, when we first get up, that's the first thing that's on our mind. So knowing that the devil will try to deal with us in our mind, and he will try to place fear upon you. That's the reason why I said this a couple of years ago. I said this, that when I was young, I used to have a dream. I used to have dreams about flying. And I couldn't tell anybody if I didn't want anybody to think I was crazy. But I found out that a lot of times God will show us things in dreams and in visions. He will show us things in the natural so we can understand the spiritual realm. How many of you have ever had a dream of falling? Yes. God showed me what that meant. See, when you fall, that places fear upon you. It gives you a scare tactic. When you wake up, most of the time, he even wakes you up from your sleep. So what happened, the devil has now to try to insert fear upon you. And the thing is, you remember being somewhere, all of a sudden the bottom just dropped and you begin to fall and it's dark. What happened? The devil wants you to be in fear of going forward or success. Because if you have fear of anything high, the devil will try to use that to make you give up easily. The devil will try to use that to make you not even try. He will make you even try to feel like, you know what, what's the point of even trying? Because if you succeed, there's a possibility of you failing. And that failing is equivalent to falling. So that's the reason why when those things happen, understand that's the devil trying to make you not go forward in some area in your life. First, spiritually. And then also even being pertaining to just self-improvement. Even being able to apply for a job. There may be something that you may be getting ready to go into, and the devil will try to make you fearful. So he wants you to have faith in your fear instead of faith in God. Having faith in your own ability and not the ability of God. So understanding when those things happen, knowing you ain't crazy, you ain't abnormal, you don't have to take medicine to deal with that. That's the devil trying to make you stop because he knows you're going somewhere in him. In God. You're going somewhere in God that's going to defeat him. So that's where that comes from. That fear. The fear of failure. And guess what? Even if you fail or you fall forward. Learn from your mistakes and go on with your life. So that's why the devil tries to place fear. And if he don't pertain it to the carnal, deal with our carnality, if he can't deal with us in fear, he'll deal with us with hurt. He'll deal with us in things that we have dealt with, hurt that we have received, or even hurt that we have given. The devil will try to make us think about it. Keep that in the forefront of our mind instead of receiving God's forgiveness and even the forgiveness of others. The devil want to keep that hurt in the forefront because that hurt will drive you to wherever you don't need to be at. The hurt will cause you to go back to your past instead of moving forward to your purpose. Amen. If he can't deal with you with the hurt, he will deal with you with low self-esteem. He will deal with you pertaining to what others have said about you. He will deal with you pertaining to what you thought about yourself. He will even make you think about the images that they are portraying on TV that people that look just like you. He will make you not feel like you are an individual. He will make you feel like that you are a corporate people of failure. Amen. And then also, like I said earlier, unforgiveness. He will make it hard for you to forgive yourself. He will even make it hard for you to receive forgiveness from somebody. Amen. But understand this. In Philippians 3:13 and 14, it tells us, one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things that are ahead. And then it says, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of God. But that to forget does not mean some type of absent-minded thing. And he said it doesn't mean that it's going to erase on your mind. What it means that your past does not have an influence on you anymore. That's right. Your past does not have an influence on your purpose. That's right. Your past does not have an influence on your identity. And knowing you can't change the past, but you can change the meaning of your past. Two people. One person in the New Testament, Paul. Paul, before he got saved, he was known as Saul. He killed Christians. He was a killer. But when he accepted Jesus Christ in his life, he ran the same intensity that he had as an antichrist in the same intensity but a different direction going with Christ. He had a terrible past. He caused a lot of problems upon himself and upon others. But he pressed forward and did not allow his past to become his identity. Now, though, that's something that he did. But what about somebody that didn't do anything? In the Old Testament, Joseph. Joseph was betrayed by his family, his brothers. Also, Joseph was accused of sleeping with the king's wife. He had a false accusation with real evidence. He had the wife had the jacket. He was accused, he was lied to and lied on. But understand, even being thrown in jail, even being left for dead, even rejected from his family and going to a foreign land for many years. But at the end, when he faced not just his brothers, not just his family, but when he faced the ones that hurt him, And he said, this is the person that was hurt. He said, what you meant for evil, God used it for my good. He said that to the one that hurt him. He said it to his family. And sometimes the devil will use those that are close to you to hurt you the most. So knowing if that's the case, then knowing that there's a purpose behind the hurt. The closer the hurt, the closer the purpose. The closer the hurt, sometimes the bigger the purpose. So understanding, regardless if it was like Paul, where you caused problems, or it was like Joseph, where you were innocent, God would allow your past to be different towards your future. He would allow your purpose to outshine your pain. Like I said, your pain had no influence over your purpose. God wants to offer you a package deal, a retirement plan for your problems. And the price was already paid on Calvary. So know that just because you haven't seen whatever you're praying about before, just like Mary. Mary never saw Jesus perform a miracle. That was the first, we call it sign. The first sign of Jesus doing anything that's recorded in the Bible. But like I said, just because when you're praying about it, just because it never happened before, and you've never heard it happen or you've never seen it happen, doesn't mean that it's not happening. So knowing, like Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and hope. Psalms 40:5. Many, O Lord, my God, are your wonderful works, which you have done, and your thoughts towards us. Or you can say, towards me. Psalms 55:22. Cast your burdens on the Lord, and he will sustain you, and he will never allow the righteous to fall or shaken or be moved. And also Psalms 34:17-19. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their trouble. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and save such as have a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered them all. He will rescue all out of whatever situation if we just give it to him. But know that problem that you dealt with, that problem that you are dealing with, it should no longer be in your possession. I don't care how long you dealt with it. I don't care if somebody gave it to you. You don't have to deal with it anymore. And this is the time that God wants us to understand how much, not only he loves us, but what he can do for us. But also it takes us to give everything to him. We have the power and the authority to speak those things and make it happen. Like we always say, I think at this church, we totally believe that we don't have to sing, Lord, don't move my mountain, but give me the strength to climb. I remember hearing that song when I was young, and it sounded good. Even those who were saved, even some that were preachers or whatever, they sung that song, but we never paid attention to the lyrics. Those lyrics, Lord, don't move my mountain, but give me strength to climb, is unscriptural. It's against what God said for us to do. God did not tell us to climb no mountain. He told us to speak to the mountain. We have the responsibility to speak. We have the power and the authority, just like what Jesus did here on earth, is the same thing that we're supposed to do. Right. we're supposed to do. Amen? So knowing your rights. I found out a lot of times when people get on a job, a lot of people don't read the benefit package. A lot of people don't read, we call it at our job, we call it the SOP, or the Code of Conduct. Standard Operating Procedure, the SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. But when was the last time when you face a problem that you looked at the Word of God and found out what God said about those problems?
Right.
I don't care what it is. Every problem pertaining to this life, God has answers for it in His Word.
That's right. That's right.
So what we're going to do, because there are some problems that we face. There are some situations that we've dealt with. There are some trash we got to get rid of. And I found out there are some things, because it has so much mess, so much garbage, sometimes that stuff is hazardous. Sometimes we got sharp objects in the trash can.
Right.
Sometimes we have fluid, bodily fluid, blood, urine, oil, boo-boo. And you don't normally put it inside the regular trash can.
Right.
You put it in something called a biohazard bag.
Right.
And if it's blood, you put it in the red trash can. You put it in the red bag. If it's fluid or if it's chemicals, you put it in the yellow bag. But that's in the natural. But because we're being in the spiritual, every problem and situation, we're going to put it right off in here. I don't care what it is. I don't care how long you've been dealing with it. We're going to give everything to God. And we're going to give it to Him once and for all.
Amen.
And if you don't want to, if you want to keep it, then God bless you.
Yes. All right.
But I know myself. I made a mental note. Matter of fact, I made a spiritual text message.
Yes.
And I'll put it in the trash can right now. Because I'm not happy where I'm at.
Right.
Spiritually, I want more.
Right.
Emotionally, even being transparent, even sometimes you have to do a self-analysis for yourself to understand, you know what? There are days that I don't feel like myself.
Thank you.
There are days that I don't feel like doing nothing. There are days I don't even want to be bothered. And does that mean you ain't saved? No. Like I said earlier, Jesus had a social life.
Sure did.
Jesus had responsibilities not just for himself, but there are times that people do responsibilities upon him.
Right.
But even with that, what did he do? Sometimes he got away.
You got away. That's right.
Sometimes he just went away to be with the Father.
That's right.
Sometimes he just wanted some peace and quiet.
Right.
And that's the same thing with us. That doesn't mean that you ain't saved. That doesn't mean that you're abnormal when you just want to be left alone.
Thank you.
But for a healthy reason. Mm-hmm. You know, my heart goes out there. I know there are some young ladies, and I know that happens to guys too. But I was hearing about this lady. She had like 7 or 8 kids, and she would take care of them by herself. And unfortunately, some of the kids had different daddies. But some of those daddies were in jail. Some of them were non-supportive fathers. But she had to deal with those kids by herself. And just imagine a house full of kids. And when you get at work, when you get to work, a house, a place full of people. So everywhere you go, at work you got people around you, at home you got people around you. And the only time she by herself was when she in the car going home. That'll make somebody snap. Even coming to church. We have to look beyond just getting here. We have to look at what our purpose of being here. And also, if there's a situation that's going on in your life, asking God, God, I need your help. And like I always say, it does not make you less than a Christian to ask God for help. Because to be honest with you, we all need help.
Yes.
At some point in our life, we all need help. We all need a word of encouragement. And I found out the devil will even try to bring depression upon Christians.
Yes. Yes.
Depression is sometimes things that we have allowed, but there are things that the devil will present. And sometimes we never told because it happened. See, we are going to be tested in life.
Yes.
And when the devil presents something, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person.
No.
You just have to learn to reject it. But the devil's going to bring it. I'm going to say this. The devil will bring depression. He might bring lust. He might bring sex. He might bring lying. He may present stealing. But just because he presents the opportunity does not mean that we accept it. So understand, he's going to bring it. Jesus was tempted. Don't you know that Jesus was tempted? So were you. So were me. But in this life, whatever we deal with, we're not living or we're not dealing with this alone. We have someone that's here to help us. And just like how the Sunday school lesson was, we have a great high priest that understands everything pertaining to us and pertaining to this life.
Yes.
The same situation that we deal with and we face in life, Jesus dealt with it too.
Yes.
Jesus had brothers. He had family. And sometimes his family were dysfunctional. And don't you think yours is too? Jesus had, if you look at the lineage of Jesus, Jesus had murderers, adulterers in his family.
Right.
And it's just like ours. So, no family better than another.
No.
So, even with that, God is here to help us in whatever situation you're facing. And if you're dealing with anything, if you didn't write anything on a piece of paper, what we're going to do, we're going to ask you to throw it right here in the trash can. And I want everyone that throw things in the trash can, if you can stand up here.
Amen.
All right. All right. Time to get rid of it.
We're going to get rid of it once and for all.
All right.
Now, just like this trash can right now is on our property. We throwing away all of our luggage. We throwing away our problems. And to be honest with you, I know if I could have brought a whole notebook. And that is for today.
Yes.
And then next time I come back, I might have another notebook.
I know that's right.
But no matter what it is,
All right.
we're going to throw everything in here. And we're going to point, if y'all need some more minutes to write, we're going to throw everything in here. Okay. If y'all need to sit down, you're welcome to.
All right.
Matter of fact, I didn't know that this was planned, but I'm seeing something. This is a eulogy.
Yes, that's right.
It's like a funeral. We mourned for too long.
Yeah.
And now, I'm the pallbearer, and we're going to give it to the undertaker.
All right.
We're going to bury it once and for all.
No excuses.
Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust.
Right.
We're going to get rid of this mess, this mess
Yes.
that's been plaguing us.
Yeah.
Once and for all.
That's right.
And we're going to thank God. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to put the mic down. And we're going to move it from the side of the house. And we're going to put it on the sidewalk.
That's right.
All right.
And when the time comes for the trash man to pick it up, we're not going to interfere or stop him from picking it up. And I found this out on the sidewalk. I found out if we supposed to be leaving our trash on the sidewalk, why they give us a fine if we keep it there? I do research. I called City of Dallas and I found out myself and I told her why. And she started laughing. But I found out. See, if anybody gets hurt while your trash is still there, you're responsible for it.
Yeah.
Because your trash can cause somebody to get hurt.
Yeah.
Also, it depreciates the value of the property
That's right.
and the neighboring houses. So in other words, they want to see some movement. They want to make sure the day before that the trash was on the side of the house and somebody put it there the next day, and once they get done dumping it out, they put it back on the side of the house. That means that there's somebody that's living there. In other words, they willfully set the trash out, not against their will. So now what we're going to do, we've collected the problems that we've had, regardless if they are old or even current. And we're going to put on the side of the house. Right now, I have my trusting gloves on. I have my hard hat, just in case some debris hits my head. And I have my goggles on, just in case the mess trying to get in my eyes to block my vision. And we're going to point ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I'm not dealing with this problem no more. And if it comes back, I'm going to immediately get rid of it.
That's right.
Matter of fact, just like a dog, you call a dog catcher where you don't have to catch the dog yourself. The city that you live in provides help for the trash that you have. And for some people like myself, I don't know about y'all, but somebody like myself, I have bulk problems. And so sometimes it takes the people that collect the bulk trash to get it. And sometimes they pick it up on a different day.
Right.
But what you gotta know when they're gonna pick it up. So knowing that Jesus is here to pick up whatever problem, regardless if it's a regular trash problem, a biohazard problem, or a bulk problem.
That's right.
God is here to let you know that He want to collect it. And He's here right now. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you right now, God. Thank you, Lord, for your offerings, God. We come to you right now, God. You see the needs and concerns that we have dealt with. We have dealt with it for far too long. And Lord, we give it everything to you right now, God. In the name of Jesus, every problem, every concern, every worry that we have dealt with, regardless if we put upon ourselves or somebody that put it upon us, we give everything to you right now. In the name of Jesus, every hurt, every pain, every feeling of rejection, every problem that we've had, even the problem that we cause upon ourselves, God. God, we speak that we give everything to you right now, once and for all, God. God, you told us, God, if we acknowledge you in all of our ways, you will direct our path, God. Not just in the beginning of the situation, but Lord, even in the midst of the problem that we created ourselves, God. God, we acknowledge it, God. We can't do it without you, God. We need your help. We desperately need you right now. In the name of Jesus. And Lord, even just like Mary, God. God, there are those that have concern about other people, God. There are those that are close to them right now, God. God, we speak, God, for those that are close to our hearts, God. It could be a family member, it could be a child right now, it could be a spouse right now, any loved one, even friend right now, God, that we hold up before you, God. God, we're interceding for, God. God, we speak, God, that you minister to them, God. Get it at the job to get their life right now, God. In the name of Jesus, like somebody that's been on drugs right now, God. Somebody, God, that's been strung out on drugs. Somebody that's been on the streets, God. Somebody that's dealing with alcohol right now. Somebody that's dealing with problems right now, God. And they feel like they give it up. There's somebody that feel like their life ain't worth living, God. But God, we speak, God, God, that you come in, that you snatch them right now, God. And let them know, God, that they're a purpose, God. They are needed for a purpose, and that's for you, God. God, help them to understand, God, that the devil is trying to destroy them, but God, you come to give them life and live and life more abundantly, God. A better part of their life that they're living right now, God. God, we speak, God, for everything that the devil meant for evil, God, you have turned it for our good right now, God. When the pain looked like it was hurt, God, you helping me, God, to become health right now, God. Even when the devil is trying to destroy us with, God, you have brought life to us, God. You have given us a new birth, God, even through the pain and the problems. God, we thank you, Lord, for helping us to focus not on the pain, not on the problem, but for the purpose, God. The promise right now, God. God, help us, God, to understand your way in the midst of the problem, in the midst of the storm right now. And we thank you for being a shelter in the time of the storm right now, God. We thank you, Lord, for making a way out of no way right now, God. In the name of Jesus. And we praise you for it right now, God. We praise you, God, for the answer. We praise you, God, for the yourself through that problem right now, God. In the name of Jesus. And we give you the glory, we give you the honor, we give you the praise right now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.